One of the most picturesque locations in all of Europe is Chamonix, which is also one of my personal favorite locations on Earth. There are many activities to do in Chamonix, whether you are traveling alone, with a significant other, or with the entire family. There is plenty for everyone to enjoy in this exciting area, from world-famous winter activities like skiing and snowboarding at Les Grands Montets to summer excursions like paragliding and mountain hiking. Searching for a more tranquil getaway? Chamonix has you covered as well. You can sightsee in style in this small and romantic French jewel thanks to the abundance of delightful boutiques and sidewalk cafes, the superb Aiguille du Midi cable car, and a wonderful tram journey to the Mer de Glace glacier. I've put up this list of the 23 top things to do in Chamonix in both the summer and the winter to help you decide if going there in the summer or the winter better matches your travel preferences. The ideal time to visit Chamonix, where to stay, which restaurants to try, how to get there, and even some wonderful day trips you can do are some of the questions I also addressed in my responses to your most frequently asked questions. I really hope that this post will be useful to you as you prepare for your next vacation to Chamonix and may perhaps inspire you to step outside your comfort zone and discover the beauties of the Mont Blanc range. 10. Hiking. Chamonix, France, is one of my favorite spots in the world to go hiking. Some of Europe's most magnificent vistas may be found from the mountains looking down on this French town. Whenever you turn, you'll see an ice-blue sky, lush meadows, undulating hills, and breathtaking mountain peaks with white snowcaps. Even the thought of trekking these enormous monsters might be intimidating, so don't be concerned. To have a nice view, you don't have to trek the complete Tour du Mont Blanc. In reality, it doesn't take much a trek to reach a high point to be rewarded with stunning views of the town below and the mountains in the area. The Grand Balcon Sud and Grand Balcon Nord paths, south and north, the walk around Lake Blanc, the Albert Premier, and the Aiguillettes des Posettes are a few excellent routes that span from 3 to 6 kilometers and take around 2 to 6 hours round trip. Depending on the expertise level of everyone in the party, these treks are all family friendly and provide stunning views of the valley and mountains. Before starting your adventure, be sure to research the mountain conditions, the weather, and any internet evaluations of these treks as a precaution. These are a priceless resource before beginning the trip, since many individuals will write in to let other hikers know how the path was the day before. I personally verify reviews on all trails. 9. Paragliding. One of the most famous things to do in Chamonix, France. There is nothing like paragliding in Chamonix, France, to fulfill your wildest dreams. Typically, it gives breathtaking views of the landscapes below while delivering the ultimate surge of excitement that can only be matched by other extreme sports like skydiving and hang gliding. Starting your adventure in Chamonix, however, on the renowned Aiguille du Midi cable car up the slope of the Mont Blanc mountain range, is the best option. You'll be treated to breathtaking vistas of Chamonix, which is hidden away in a valley that the neighboring mountain peaks have crammed together. You will exit the cable car and begin walking toward the jump landing on the Aiguille du Midi mountain. If you go between November and May, it's probable that you'll be walking through snow. Your guide will set up the paraglide, check for any issues, and then get you ready for the leap once you get at the landing area for the jump. The leap begins with a running start. In fact, to prevent your chute from failing and sending you tumbling down the mountain, you must keep running well after you have jumped off the cliff. Yes, this has happened. Nevertheless, don't be alarmed. You'll have an easy and fruitful voyage as long as you keep jogging. It goes without saying that you must be 100% committed to this exercise. Avoid attempting the jump and then pulling out at the last second. Serious injuries or perhaps worse might result from this. After you get into a rhythm, you can view France, Italy, and Switzerland as well as the spectacular Mont Blanc while catching breezes in the air at a high altitude. With its tallest, most imposing, most white, thanks to the perpetual snow on its pinnacle, aspect, this mountain certainly lives up to its name. Paragliding is without a doubt one of the top things to do in Chamonix, since it is one of the most thrilling, exhilarating, and breathtaking sports in the Haute-Savoie area of France. Have I persuaded you to jump from the Mont Blanc range? For award-winning professionalism, experiences, and services, check out Absolute Chamonix. They were by far the highlight of our trip to Chamonix, and we plan to hang out with them once more when we return. 8. Chamonix Luge Alpine Coaster. What about a ride on a roller coaster while taking in vistas of the Alps? Check out the Chamonix amusement park if it seems like the ideal family day excursion from Chamonix. This is one of the most enjoyable family activities in Chamonix because it is open all year for either amusement park fun or skiing in the winter. If you're feeling daring, Step on the 1,300-meter Chamonix luge alpine coaster for a variety of dips, turns, climbs, and whirls as you go through the route at high speeds. For a great day in Chamonix with the family, if you'd like to put your feet on the ground, check out the games, the cows, and the shows. 7. Merlet Animal Park in Chamonix, France. There is a singular attraction called the Merlet Animal Park. This 52-acre park is open to tourists and is home to several creatures from the local area in addition to many animals from across the world. The animals are allowed to travel freely in a special outdoor area that closely resembles their native habitat, with unfenced borders, common forests, big boulders, trees, and lots of places to hide. Remember that this is an animal park and not a petting zoo. In reality, it's really different. As they are genuinely wild, these animals will still use their natural defensive and protective strategies when necessary. Since there is no barrier to protect you if an animal decides to charge, it is crucial that you respect both the environment and the animals when at a park. About the fauna, you could encounter mouflons, several deer species, ibex, chamois, llamas, and more. The park presents educational exhibits about the wildlife, the surroundings, how to behave among the animals, and more during the summer. If you are visiting Chamonix, France with children, or if you enjoy animals as I do, this is one of the nicest things to do. 6. Le Brevent cable car. Don't feel as though the town, the Aiguille du Midi, or the Montenvers Railway have provided you with enough jaw-dropping vistas. Then make sure Le Brevent is on your list. Aiguille du Midi, the Mont Blanc range, the valley, and the borders of France, Italy, and Switzerland are all spectacularly visible from its magnificent height of 2,525 meters. You will have the opportunity to snap stunning images of the Mont Blanc Massif and other mountains because the Brevent cable car is located on the other side of town, directly across from the Aiguille du Midi. In addition, it is well known for its amazing hiking paths in the summer and ski and snowboarding slopes in the winter. Just ride the gondola to Plan Praz and then the cable car to Le Brevent to reach your destination. 5. Le Panoramique Restaurant. Using the funicular railway from Chamonix to Montenvers is another fantastic alternative for traveling at a high altitude, the start of the Montenvers Railway. The Panorama Café, which is positioned delicately above the Mer de Glace glacier and provides spectacular views for an afternoon meal and beverage, can be found here. This is unquestionably among the top things to do in Chamonix, France, and is regarded as one of the most gorgeous dining locations in all of Europe. Still, be sure to book early. Months in advance, reservations are made. 4. The Ice Cave. This magnificent artificial ice cave, also known as the Ice Grotto, is the ideal accompaniment to your trip on the Montenvers Railway over the glaciers of Chamonix, France. You may board a little cable car to be directly on the Mer de Glace glacier after taking a relaxing train journey up the mountains. After that, you'll enter the ice cave where you may see ice sculptures, the gallery of crystals, and caverns that are excavated yearly to accommodate the ice's 70-meter annual shift. You're going to be surrounded by ice, and there isn't any heat, so be sure you dress warmly for the event. Winter jackets, caps, gloves, scarves, and fleece-lined pants should be part of your daytime outfit since it will seem like you are walking through a freezer. 3. The Montenvers Railway. Operating since 1908, the Montenvers Railway is a railroad that connects Chamonix's town center with the Mer de Glace glacier. It ascends the Aiguilles du Chamonix and ends at a height that is 1,913 meters high. The valley where Chamonix is located, the Mont Blanc range, and the entire flora and wildlife of the woods are all visible from the train as it travels through it. The joy of witnessing Les Dreux, Les Grands Jorasses, and the Aiguille du Grippon peaks up close and taking stunning photos along the way are available to visitors. Taking a train-loving kid on a trip? The ideal family day excursion is this one. Youngsters may accompany you on your day's worth of touring and enjoy the thrill of riding on a genuine train. Win-win. 2. Step into the void. This is unquestionably one of the most popular things to do in Chamonix, France, and is guaranteed to get your pulse pumping. I advise avoiding this one if you are afraid of heights or don't love high adrenaline activities while you're on vacation. The Step into the Void is a chamber that protrudes out over the Mont Blanc mountain range and is built completely of glass. It elevates guests more than 1,000 meters above the summits and offers the most breathtaking views. When you get high enough to be in an airplane without the security of a plane surrounding you, stepping into the void is an exhilarating sensation as you stare down to the mountains. No matter what time of year you visit Chamonix, be sure to dress warmly if you plan to participate in walking into the abyss. The Mont Blanc has snow all year round and a terrifying 15,777-foot top. At this height, temperatures can fall as low as the 20s, about -7 degrees Celsius, with the correct winds, even while it is bright and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, on the ground. The step into the void should be at the top of your list if you're seeking for the greatest chances to take pictures of the mountains in this French ski resort. It doesn't really matter when time of year you go for this activity because it is also offered in the winter. Just remember to dress warmly. 1. Aiguille du Midi. You may find the most breathtaking landscape on Earth at the summit of Chamonix' Aiguille du Midi cable car. With its towering summits and gaping crevasses, the Aiguille du Midi mountain overlooks the town and has been hailed as one of the best paths for precipice hiking on Earth. The highest point you may reach by cable car is 3,842 meters, which is more than 3,777 meters above sea level. A 20-minute ride will take you to the summit, where you'll be rewarded with stunning views of the French, Italian, and Swiss Alps. If you choose to continue climbing, you may ride a lift all the way to the summit, where you'll be one of the lucky few to receive a close-up view of Mont Blanc, the tallest peak in the Alps. The vistas are breathtaking since you can look into the three nations that make up this magnificent mountain range. The step into the void, which I'll tell you about next, is also there for you to visit. I advise making a reservation here in advance if you intend to ride one of the steepest cable cars in the world. Since there are so many alternatives at the ticket office, ordering tickets might be a little difficult, especially if you don't know French. Our guide actually ended up booking the tickets for us when we went paragliding because we weren't sure what to get. The Aiguille du Midi may be visited year-round, however, because to their greater heights and unfavorable weather in winter, several halting locations aren't accessible. Thus, if climbing to the top of the world is on your bucket list, you must do so in the summer.